Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about, well, the never-ending topic that it feels like Corona and COVID is, but we're not going to talk about specifics or details. I really hate to get into details about that stuff. I really want to just offer you guys a chance to feel supported in what's going on in the world and to feel supported and strong in your bodies and your mind, and not focus on what's really happening in the negative stuff that is embodying the world. So before we dive into today's video, be sure to give me a thumbs up, you guys. Subscribe down below to the Charway crew, and of course check out my Instagram here. I'll link it there so you guys can follow along. So I wanted to talk today about dwelling in the negative and how it's so easy to dwell in the negative situations that are happening right now. It's really easy to get caught up in the social media stuff, in the actual media and the news, and it's really easy to get caught up even in conversation with your friends and your family talking about what's happening in the world. So I've been really struggling to find an outlet of like peace and not just constant noise about what's happening. So I'm not saying it's not important to stay informed and stay in the know of what's going on, but I think it's really important to set that time aside. So setting time aside to look at the media, to check the statistics, and to inform yourself on what's going on in the world is very important. So set aside a time once every day if you need to know every day, or once every 3 days, or whatever it is for you. Just setting aside that time to actually look, not just constantly consuming what's happening and getting the latest update and the latest info every minute of every day, because it's just going to rock your world even more. So set aside that time to be informed, and the rest of the time focusing on not living in the negative and consuming all of the stuff. The reason it's so easy to get caught up is that as humans, we feed on negativity, and it's an easier emotion to live in than positivity and happiness and light. So we tend to get super sucked in to that. And I'm not saying, I don't do it, we all do. We feed into fear and scarcity and anxiety and stress. We live and breathe in that space because it's easier to stay there and live there than it is to pull ourselves out of that scarcity mindset and pull ourselves into positive and joy and happiness. So all of the dwelling in the negative and the fear-mongering and the stress of all of that it creates in your body, it's totally normal because that's how humans function. We function in negative. And that's just our makeup, and that's how we are designed. So it takes a lot of work to move yourself from that place and to find positive and find good things to say, good vibes, good energy around the bad situation. Those things take years of conditioning to really form habits around changing your mindset from the negative thought to a positive thought. So some of my biggest advice for you guys, if you're finding that you're dwelling in the negative, you're getting pulled into the Corona topics, you're getting bogged down by all this stuff, it is a really great time to set aside the time you need to not consume content and to be tuned in with yourself and really tap into how you're feeling. Tap into journaling and writing down what's going on, recording how you're feeling, being really conscious and aware of it. So if you're feeling negative, you're feeling like you're constantly living in this like Corona crazy, really tuning into yourself and be like, how can I move from this place of like, holy crap, I hear something and then I'm instantly like stressed or nervous or uncertain about the future. How can you move yourself from that place into a positive mind space? So maybe that's saying affirmations, saying, I'm okay, I'm strong, I've got this, it's going to be okay. Like speaking to yourself out loud. Maybe it's writing everything down and journaling and getting all of it out and just releasing those thoughts, those negativities, those fear-mongering things that are being forced at us by the media, because it's just being shoved down our throats. Even for me, when I feel stressed or anxious, I want to talk to a friend and have like a good conversation with a friend, but then it just turns into talking about what's happening in the world and how, oh my God, I can't believe all this craziness and I can't believe what's happening. And I agree, I can't believe what's happening either, but then we start talking about like the stats and the people and what's happening in New York and what's happening here and what's happening there, and I'm like, I can't do this. I cannot mentally handle the amount of noise. The noise is so much. So I think it's really important to learn to shut off the noise, learn to tap into like some really beautiful music that you love, like whether it's hip hop or rap or country or like hippie weird music like I like whatever your thing is. I think it's so important to tap into those places and to really shove the noise away, spend time with your family, watch funny movies or TV shows, like really learn to just like shift that negative thought train. And if it is coming up, which it does because everyone's talking about it, everyone is having these thoughts and these feelings around it, and they think that talking it out is feeling better. But I think that it does make you feel better in a sense because you're connecting with your friend or your family member, but then it creates fear. There's fear that bubbles inside of us, this uncertainty of what might be happening or what could be happening or what are they not telling us. Like there's all of these speculations of what it could be, but you don't have to live in that place all the time. You have the choice to change the uncertainty and change that negative mindset and process by shifting it to something positive and great. So shifting your mind is one thing. So shifting it away from that, telling yourself it's okay, writing down in your journal, maybe watching a good movie or doing something that relaxes you. So that's one step. The second step of that is practicing gratitude and being thankful for the life that you have. I went for a walk today and I've been trying to get outside and just soak in like 20 minutes of sun, getting like direct sun on my face and just standing there on the trail, just like soaking in the vitamin D and trying to do the most healthy thing for my body possible. And I had this realization that no matter how much fear and scarcity there is and how much uncertainty we have about what's going on and the things we can't control, the only thing that we can control is our gratitude for our life and for our health and for our family and for all of the things that are so wonderful that you currently have. Like stopping and putting your hands on your heart and just breathing and feeling that space and being present with yourself. I'm scared too. I have so much fear around getting sick and getting this, and anyone I love getting it. There's so much fear and uncertainty in my own heart, my own body, and I feel exactly probably how the rest of you feel. But those are things we can't control, and we can't stop living our life and living what we love and embracing and feeling and being happy and smiling and getting joy because of the fear of our lives. I'm getting emotional. It's like it hit a chord with me, you guys. Like it did. It was like I'm so scared that I have stopped living, I stopped breathing, I stopped appreciating. Like I just got so caught up in this whirlwind of all of these feelings of like I can't touch my face and I can't touch this and I can't do that and I should be washing my vegetables and I should be washing my can. Like there's so much. And I'm not saying that joy and positive thinking is going to keep you safe or healthy, but I think that if you can attack this stuff with that mindset, it will make you feel so much lighter and happier and more peaceful in your soul and your heart, because we don't know what tomorrow holds. Whether there's corona and COVID happening or not, we don't know what tomorrow holds. And this is a wake-up call for us to realize that we're not living in our bodies, we're not living in our hearts and our minds. We are so unplugged from ourselves and so plugged into our technology and our selfish behaviors that we have lost the intention to live and the joy and the blessing it is to live and to have this life. There's so many feelings happening right now. And, I'm critical for this too. I do the same thing. I get up and do my routine and I live and I do. And I forget that not every day is a given. It's a blessing to be here, to breathe, to be alive. It is a blessing. And we take that so for granted. And especially in times like this, when you start to see people running in fear and living in anxiety and stress and scarcity of what could come. But this is a wake-up call to to realize that our entire lives are this. We don't need to live in fear and scarcity. We don't get the given right that tomorrow is a for sure, ever. You never know what could happen. And if anything, I hope that you guys are taking this time to really tap into what's happening, to really tap into what you bring to life and how much you show up in your life and how much you give to others and how much appreciation you have for what you do have, because none of that is a for sure or given in this life. And I get emotional because it's a wake-up call for me too, because I've been doing the same thing. I practice my meditation, my gratitude every day, but today hit me. I was walking outside and I was like, this is not a given. This is not just something that you're like, here you go, you get the next 50 years granted. Like, it's not like a freaking genie that pops out and says, no problem, here's all your dreams come true. Like, it doesn't work like that. We're not guaranteed anything. And the only guarantee that you have right now is this present moment and living and breathing in your body and being so grateful for the life you have, the health you have, and the family and the support, and whatever it is in your life that gives you so much, like whichever it is in your life that is such a blessing, whatever that is, like really, really tapping into that and really just being so grateful, because you don't know what tomorrow holds. And I'm not saying this to be fearful or to scare you guys or to freak you out more than you may already be freaked out, but I'm saying this because we don't need to live in fear, because every day needs to be filled with feeling and joy and love and appreciation for your life. And we have to remember that Corona, COVID, or any day, we need to really tune into what we have and to live every moment like it's your last. Like the silly songs you hear, like live like you were dying, like it's so true. So I hope that that makes you guys think about dwelling in the negativity and fearing what could be or what could come. Really tap into what you have to be thankful for and grateful for in your life, and tell the people that you have in your life that you love them. Tell them that. Share that love, share that joy, because nothing is for sure. So I hope that you guys are working on these things, and I hope that this helps, and I hope that you are healthy and well, and I'm sending you so much light and love and space for being here with me. I love you guys so much, and you guys mean so much to me, just as much as people in my life do. Every single one of us has something beautiful to bring to each other. So I hope that you guys are well. Take care. I will see you in the next video. And be sure to like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and of course comment, send me some love, send me some comments. I want to hear from you guys. So all right, with all that said, have an amazing day and live your life to the fullest. Bye guys.